Hello, my name is Nicolas Polymenakos. I work behind the scenes here at NORWAC for many years, from a volunteer level to online things, etc., etc. Today, I am with Catherine Urban. Hello, Catherine.
Hello, Nicholas. Great to see
Yeah,
you.
good to see you too, Catherine. Good to see you too. Today, we're going to talk about the Northwest Astrological Conference that's going to happen from May 22nd to the 26th. It's outside of Seattle. The in-person part of the conference is completely sold out, but it's a hybrid conference, which means you can watch online live. And so you can go to the website, norwac.net. You'll see all the information there from the registration info, the schedule, the speaker lineups, the lecture topics. There's also pre and post conference workshops you can attend. You can purchase those separately or do the whole weekend. There's a bunch of information that's available on the website. Catherine is speaking there, and you're talking on Saturday, May 24th at 3:45 Pacific. And the name of your lecture, Catherine, is Hidden Gifts from Your Time Lords.
Yes. Yeah. So we all love annual perfections. They're easy to work with and they give you a lot of information about a person's year ahead. But if you're so in love with this technique and you're wondering, how can I get more out of this technique? Then you're going to want to check out what I have to share because we're going to be talking about how you can get even more delineations from your annual Time Lord while using that in tandem with solar returns.
Oh, hmm.
So I'm going to share some tricks that you'll be able to walk away from and expand upon your delineations right then and there. It'll be so cool.
That's great. Actually, that's kind of a techniques that I use. I'm one of these astrologers who use different techniques to help guide myself when I'm looking at clients' charts. If I use the rule of three, right? Like there's certain things that point to there and different techniques. I'm like, oh, that's what we're talking about, you know? So it's interesting you said from that perfection view along with solar returns, the Time Lord, and then you're saying you're looking at the solar return part of the chart too. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So, if you look at a lot of the more like ancient sources that we have around annual perfections and solar returns, there's many astrologers, especially during the medieval era, who use the two in tandem together. Like
Mhm.
these are twin systems. And I'm going to show you how to take the Time Lord from your annual perfections and look at it in the solar return to get you even more information. So, yeah, once you start doing this, you see how like you can't look at the solar return without
Right.
looking at annual perfections.
Yeah, and we want distinction, right? We want detail and we want depth, and it sounds like here with what we're going to teach in this lecture brings that.
Yeah.
So that's good. And if I'm correct here, this is your first time
Oh, yeah.
speaking at NORWAC. I'm just curious, how are you feeling going into the conference here, and what is this for you? I'm just
Oh,
curious.
I'm stoked. I'm so excited. I've always wanted to make my way over to NORWAC. Um like before the pandemic, there was like I just had like smaller conferences near me I could drive to, and I always had NORWAC on my bucket list. And then I had kids, and then here we are. And now I'm
Yeah.
making my way over and I get to speak. So I'm thrilled to attend probably one of the most popular astrology conferences. Like this is everyone's favorite. So it seems so I'm just excited to attend for one, and I'm really stoked to share this technique with everybody.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you're gonna be there, Catherine. I think you're gonna love it. I think you'll see. And here's the other part of this too. I mean, besides your lecture on Saturday, for those who don't know, the online portion also includes other things. I mean, there's these Q&As that we're having with speakers that are in between lecture times, lecture tracks. So in between lecture tracks is like 45 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes. You're going to be part of a Q&A that happens on Sunday at 3 p.m.
Sure am.
You're going to be there. And so it's going to be you, Cameron Allen, Amanda
Yes.
Moreno is the Seattle astrologer, Bear River, and Sarah Lahar. Sarah is a Canadian astrologer that I know of. And I actually will be facilitating that Q&A. And
Woo!
Yeah, it'll be good. It's a good crew of people there, actually. Some mind power there.
Yeah.
A lot of times, what happens with these Q&As, I might start off with a question, but a lot of times, the people, those of you who'll be attending online or thinking about attending online, you can post questions in the chat and Zoom. Sometimes we bring you in visually on the Zoom, your face, ask the question, and then it leads us into an interesting conversation. And in a sense, it's sort of improvisational in a sense. There isn't a preconceived question or topic coming in, and that's what I like about it. So you're going to be involved in that on the Sunday, Catherine.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
excited. I'm excited to
yeah.
meet some people and connect with the online attendees and
Mhm.
really hope you all come through and join in the Q&As and the breakout sessions. You
Yeah.
were telling me more about that. What about the
Yeah, there's breakout rooms, there's sessions like besides the lectures themselves where people can go hang out. We have like one particular room, and that's where a lot of people are mingling online. So you can do that. And then, people are private messaging, but there is a room there that's always there. And even like on Saturday night, another astrologer who helped facilitate the online portion last year, Samantha, we have an online party. There's a theme this year. I think it's a rising sign costume party theme.
Oh,
I
that
think they're
sounds
doing.
fun.
Yeah, and last year I surprised everybody because I was bringing people from in person partying Saturday night into a room where I have a camera and I was jumping in the Zoom rooms and surprising people with certain speakers on the fly. Who knows? Maybe I'm going to do a little magic like that this year.
Ooh.
So, yeah, there's those kinds of things. The Thursday before the conference starts, I think we're going to open up to the room in general for just like a pre-funk in a sense before the next day the conference starts for people to hang out and say hello and introduce themselves to each other. And so there's little things like that are happening throughout the weekend besides the actual lectures. And let me point this out too. In each lecture that's happening, like for instance, in yours here on Saturday, Catherine, you'll be speaking, right? There's going to be a person in the room that is like a Zoom monitor who's there with the computer. And, we encourage towards the ends of lectures, sometimes speakers take questions, and we do help facilitate questions that are online to the speaker in real time. So there's that element too, right? So yeah, it's trying to mix the digital and in-person worlds in a way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, NORWAC is really ahead of the curve on that because I know in 2020 and thereafter, NORWAC had to like quickly adapt to the need to be online, and that made it possible for people to attend the conference that maybe wouldn't otherwise have access to get there in person, and that was really successful for NORWAC. And so now it's like we're just doing it hybrid, and so this
yeah.
is really beneficial for people who, whether you didn't get your in-person ticket in time or whether you weren't going to be able to make the flight work for you this weekend anyways, now you still get to be there and you still get to ask the questions in real time.
Yeah, you get to do that. I mean, not only that, it's you do it from the comfort of your own home. I mean, so much has happened since 2020. I mean, I was part of that whole somehow we pulled that all off
Oh
and
my
and
gosh.
I think, so much has happened from that point on as us as astrologers or esoteric practitioners dealing with teaching or webinars online and everything with the potential of things. And here we are mixing. The other part of this is, for anybody who's thinking about doing this online, you go to the website, you can purchase the whole NORWAC weekend. You could go by day if you need to. And like I said, the pre and post conference lectures, you can just purchase separately. You don't have to go the whole weekend, even though it's fun to be there the whole weekend. And the other part of this too is if you do attend online, you have several weeks afterwards to watch the rest of the lectures in the archive. So that's the huge benefit to all this.
Yeah.
That so. Um,
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that myself.
Yeah,
Just
no, me too. It's later, like when the conference is done, like, oh, I'm gonna go check out Catherine's lecture, right? Or I'm gonna go check out your lecture. And yeah, you have a lot more space to do that. Catherine, uh, it's gonna be great to see you there. Um, it'd be
likewise.
great to see you there. I appreciate you coming on and talking a little bit about things. So. For those watching, you can go to norwac.net and get all the info that you need from the pricing to the schedule to the speaker lineups, et cetera, et cetera. So we hope to see you there, okay?
Do it. Join us.
All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye.